What's up, everybody? This is Alex with Shonen Flow, doing something we haven't done other than the side thing we did for a fan favorite of the channel, Nikki. But I think I made that unlisted. But we're gonna do a let's try eating something, which I don't think we've done outside of that in a long time. I don't think I've done it. I may have done it here since I've moved because it's almost been a year. But in any case, I found out about this from Big Boss. To shout out to Big Boss, he had told me about it months ago, and I finally found one. It's the cup noodles breakfast one. So this is supposed to be maple syrup, pancakes, sausage, and egg with ramen noodles and sauce. I'm not a huge fan of cup of noodles. I prefer like legitimate from Japan. If I have to do instant noodles, I'll do those ones. The noodles tend to taste better. The dashi and the broth and everything tend to taste more authentic. But I actually I didn't visit inside the Cup Noodle Museum, but I actually was outside of the Cup Noodle Museum in Yokohama when I was out there last trip to Japan. That's pretty cool. If you're interested in that, you should check it out. I think if you go in and do the tour, you actually get to create your own like custom cup of noodle, and then the bag it comes in is basically just an inflated, like the inflated padding for packages that people are using now instead of packaging peanuts. You get to use that instead. But yeah, I suppose you get to make your own custom noodles, which is pretty awesome. I don't know what you can choose from or anything like that. But in any case, this is definitely going to be unique and be weird. And so that's why I wanted to try it. So that's the top. So it looks like it has eggs and sausage. Which the egg is not unique. I've had egg, like, freeze-dried egg or whatever in mine before. It is, if you're curious about the nutritional facts, there you go. And this is probably American made. Usually these ones are just made in America or whatever. But I wanted to test just tell you how it smells. So, because I'm not doing this in the mic. Are these micro? Yeah, these are microwave, but I'm doing the usual boiling water thing. So I'll pause and wait while it does its thing. There's like the very, 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 very tip of the smell is that little bit of maple, and then it kind of goes away. And man, what does that remind me of? I don't want to say that would make sense, but I don't want to say it smells like if you put maple syrup in top ramen seasoning. Because that's not quite like it, but it could just be like subliminally my brain wants to think that that's what this is going to smell like. But yeah, I don't know. There's not a super in your face kind of smell to this. There's a lot of seasoning in it though. So in any case, I have my handy dandy Cuisinart all set up. So let's fill her up and not burn ourselves. Not much, right? Is that the fill? It looks like the fill line. Got a little bit of water up there. I put too much water in here again. Too bad I don't normally drink hot beverages or whatever. But we're gonna let this sit here. Actually, I got this pretty awesome Sacramento River Cats. Go River Cats. Coaster. Let's put that on top of there. That's cool. Okay. I'm gonna let that do its thing. And how do I pause this? I thought there was a way to pause these streams. Oh, okay. I guess not. Well, I guess while we're doing that, we'll tease the other video. Actually, I have the opportunity to do a lot of videos today. And also tease that, I don't know what this is right here. 3/11. 3/11/25. That's today. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is, I guess, what I'm doing right now. I've never seen it just pop out onto my desktop before like that. It's kind of weird. But I'm going to be in Roseville in a couple weeks, cat sitting. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of, hopefully, I'm going to be using my great aunt's pretty old, outdated laptop. But I'm pretty certain I've done videos on it before. And do videos on just, I think, stuff I've never just commentated on. I probably posted the videos in their normal, uncommentated version on my channel. But I'm going to do commentary on them. And I'll figure out some other stuff. But I have a whole week. I have a house to myself. It'll just be me and the cat. So I'll have a chance to kind of just do whatever I want and not have to worry about other people being around, noise, and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to finally have a collaboration with my good buddy Xander from Alan Zephyr and his channel. I watch his streams all the time. And we're going to go through, and I'm hoping to get some more because I'm going to Oregon next week, and there's an amazing vintage video game shop. If you guys want the number, it's in North Bend, Coos Bay area. And she sells, I hope she has some again. I should have just bought them out when I had the chance. But they sell old Nintendo Power, PlayStation magazines, just like the old stuff. For like $5 a pop. I'm gonna just like probably buy her out, at least of the PlayStation and Nintendo Power ones. I think she has some strategy guides. Strategy guides are cool, especially if it's a game I played, but there's just something special about those old, like vintage 90s era. I have, my collection stems from the late 90s, 99 to 2003, I think is the last one that I have. The Nintendo Power I picked up from her is 1994, and it's got Ken Griffey Jr. in the front and all that stuff. But it's just cool to see those. But a lot of it, like I have an old Game Informer, and half the games on there are so early in their development process that you the names that they ended up like. I just played the game recently, just for shits and giggles. It's called Soul of the Samurai. And I'm sitting there and just quickly skimming through that Game Informer, and it said Resident Evil 2 meets Tenchu. And I'm like, oh, okay, hold on, what is this? And I'm looking at the graphics, and it's like, wait, I think I just played this. But it's called Samurai Legend in the article, and it says that it's like 40% complete, 50% complete. So these are all these reviews on what could be coming. I mean, you can't even search Samurai Legends now and the Wikipedia page for Soul of Samurai doesn't even talk about it. So it's a trip to see how these things were trying to predict what would become, and now it's 25 years later. It's cool to see what did come to fruition, what didn't. Another one is, I'm not going to pronounce it correctly unless I see it. I think it's Ehrenheit's. Ehrgeiz. God Bless the Ring. It's a fighting game that also includes characters from Final Fantasy VII, including my dream woman Tifa. But it's a fighting game, and they were writing about it, and at the time, it was just Japanese released. And they were like, oh, well, if it's anything like Tobal 2, which I believe Tobal 2 never made it to the United States. Let me just check, because I have it. Yeah, so Tobal 2, I don't think ever made it to the United States. It might have made it on PAL in Europe, but I was only able to find the Japanese one. They were like, oh, yeah, well, assuming it's like Tobal 2, then it's never going to make it to the United States, so don't hold your breath, blah, 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 whatever. Well, I found an American copy, and it was like, okay, it doesn't say that it's translated. No, it did make it to the United States, so those kind of predictions are really, really neat, now in hindsight, going, well, that didn't age very well. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm still debating if I'm going to bring my PS4. Part of me really doesn't want to, because I enjoyed last time I was there. I watched Netflix, and I was watching a bunch of documentaries, and it was really fascinating. I love documentaries and all that kind of stuff. And then I can just access YouTube and watch all my Japanese baseball channel stuff that I need to catch up on. So I might bring the PS4 and do some of that stuff as well, because it'd be cool. Xander can actually watch streaming and everything. It's just with the streaming, I just prefer it to be closed. I don't really like streaming live to everyone, then you get people on there that didn't just purposely go out of the way to start shit, and it's distracting. It's like, I don't want to ignore them. I should, but you know, it's like, hey, you took the time to be on here. But then at the same time, it's like, I don't like it. So, and plus it's right there on my screen. It's not like it's off to the side. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on, and what in the future for the channel. I hope that's what all ends up happening. But yeah, Oregon is next week. So hopefully I survive. I just hope I survive the trip up there. That's a long car ride, and we're doing it at night. So there's literally nothing to look at, like to kind of keep yourself entertained. I made it last time, but it was definitely tough. And then it's 5 days, and I'm not a big fan of sleeping in the same room as other people, and I think that's what's going to happen. So it sucks, but I do like it up there. I actually really enjoy that part of Oregon, and like I said, I'm excited to go back to that video game place. I'm so seriously hoping they have magazines. I have some games I'm looking for as well, but the magazines in particular, that's kind of my goal this time around. Is just if whatever she's got. I just got my California tax return. That's enough. Can't wait for my federal. Hopefully my federal shows up, unless Trump guts that. But I got enough that should be able to get. I mean, $100. That's 20 magazines. I'm pretty certain she didn't have that many. But the fact that was getting any at all is awesome. So, in any case, okay, I'm gonna assume it's probably ready now. I'm gonna have to change the title of this. I just had someone come in today, or this morning, commented this morning about how long-winded I was on this one video. Granted, that video was not supposed to be public. I forgot to make it unlisted, but they were very polite about it. They could have really been like buttholes about it, and they weren't. Blasphemer. I think it's pronounced weird, but it's blasphemer or whatever. So, yeah, blas something or whatever. But in any case, if you happen to stumble upon them, check out their channel, because it looks like they do some pretty cool stuff, and they're definitely more professional than I am. All right. Well, that really doesn't smell. Oh, that's got a really pungent, weird chemical smell. It's not. It's supposed to expire on actually the day I'm leaving for Oregon. So next 7 days from now. So a week from now. But boy, that does not smell good. It also really overly absorbed the. Jesus! It over absorbed the broth. Oh boy. I mean, they look like the noodles look like they're. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. I have it. At least I got something. Yeah, that was. It was probably the eggs. Okay, that smells a little better now that I've added more water. It doesn't smell inviting. I'm not gonna lie. These eggs look pretty good though. I mean, for being, you know, freeze dried and everything, they look all right. But yeah, it's really strong, kind of off-putting initial smell to it. All right, well, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah, oh, it smells. I don't know why I keep thinking Kids Castle. If you're not from the Bay Area, and in particular the Tri-City area, Fremont, Newark, and Union City, where I grew up, you won't know what I'm talking about, but it has that, like, what is that? You know, like a kids' entertainment place, you know, with the ball pits and the play structures and everything. Yeah, for whatever reason, it smells like that to me. Itadakimasu. Mmm. Wow, it's sweet. I mean, it's not super sweet, but that was weird. It was like, yeah, I kind of don't mind this sweetness. It's not quite like honey is very sweet. Honey is a bad example. don't know how to explain. I don't eat a lot of sweet, so it's hard for me to try to explain what something tastes like when it's sweet. But it's a really subtle, low sweetness. So I guess it is kind of like maple sausage in a way. But that whatever that smell was, it hit the first time I tasted it. So I don't know about that. Try a little egg. I don't know if it's the egg that's making that. I got a piece of sausage. Try sausage. Oh. Well, it tasted like sausage for a second there, and then it started to taste like dog food. Like I know you're like if you've never had dog food, then congratulations. But if you've been a weird, curious kid and you've taken a bite of dog food, yeah, it's grainy, and I'm talking about like pedigree kind of stuff, you know. But it has that taste. That's kind of like what the sausage tasted right after that, which is probably not a good selling point if I'm trying to sell this to you. I'm not. I'm just here to just tell you what it tastes like. But it seriously initially tastes like sausage. Is it real sausage? I don't even... Oh, dried sausage. Pork? Oh, okay, it is real sausage. Yeah, I don't hate it. It's just, that would be really off-putting to some people. Let me try one more big scoop. I don't know. Oop, that ejected. That's going to look terrible on the video. Hopefully that wasn't seen. And also you can tell, and it should be better at her place, although I won't have my, well, maybe I'll bring it. I don't know. I wasn't planning on bringing my little light thing. But I hate recording in this area. My room is in the back there. But these are a fucking killer when it comes to trying to light everything. Or not have light and all that stuff. So hopefully that wasn't seen. But yeah, that whatever that taste is really off-putting. Otherwise, this is pretty good. I love the aftertaste. It's a really like kind of comfort food. Sitting back after, like, you know, if it's cold outside, you're just like kind of thing. And I don't make mine very hot. This thing comes with 6 settings. Oh, you guys aren't gonna be able to see that. Comes with 6 settings. Oh, this is a weird angle. But anyways, I put it on 185, which is the white tea setting. You should be putting it on boil, but I don't want to sit here and wait 10 hours to be able to eat. Well, that one's actually a decent bite. That didn't bother me nearly as much. Let me try and get some of the broth. Yeah, it's whatever that, it could be a one-off, it just could be this container, but whatever that weird off-putting, slightly like artificially chemically taste is, if that's not a common thing in this, if it's just this one container, these are actually pretty good. It's different. It's obviously not normal ramen in a cup. But it's not super sweet, like overpowering sweet and kind of like sweet. It's just the right amount of sweet. It still has that comforting soup feel to it, kind of like a squash soup or whatever, you know, where it has just enough sweetness to it. The sausage and the eggs taste really good, and then the broth, the broth kind of tasted pretty good right there, just drinking its own. It's just that whatever that thing is going on. And again, it could be just a one-off of this. Now, unfortunately, it is limited edition, so I don't know how long these are going to last. And I don't know if people have been shitting on this, if they haven't been shitting on this. So if you find one of these, if you're a fan of Cup of Noodles, and you know, give it a shot just to say you've at least tried it. I can at least say, and I love that. That's the main reason I have this, have this channel. is because it's a way for me to archive that, hey, I ate this, tried it, and yeah. See, I can still smell that. Smell that thing. I wish I could explain it better, but yeah, would I get this again? I wouldn't, mainly because I don't eat cup noodles, so that's neither here nor there. But if someone was like, "Oh, Alex, hey, you want to have a cup of noodle with me? They're breakfast ones." I wouldn't say no. But it is cool. It's a nice, different change of pace. So hey, go out and give it a shot. I would say, out of all the cup noodles, I've had the seafood one, the original one, the beef, the chicken one, the beef one, the curry one. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. I've had the dried ones, which are actually pretty good. The not dried, but the like fried rice noodle mix ones, like the stir fried noodle ones. Those are actually quite good. I'm not gonna lie; those ones are pretty good. I should do like an actual ranking thing on this, but I would rate this one above to me. And I feel bad if Mickey watches this one, because the curry ones is probably my least favorite because the curry they use in that one is really pungent. I'm more of I like that kind of subtle sweet. Although I eat hot curry, I prefer hot curry, but like that subtle sweet kind of curry as opposed to like that really pungent spiced, like the curry thing is just a curry thing. And those ones tend to be curry. This one's above that. I think this is, if the chemical taste isn't there, this is above the traditional beef and chicken ones. The seafood ones are really good, just because there's so many toppings in it. I think it's about the seafood one. I think without that weird chemically thing. The weird chemically thing kind of puts it down in the curry thing. But without that, I think it's about seafood level. And then the stir fried ones, I think the stir fried ones are just really good. They're really flavorful. The only problem is because you get rid of the broth, they tend to cool down really quick. So you just have to go through those ones. So you can't sit there and enjoy it. But in any case, there you go. Long-winded video on cup of noodles. I got to go record some other episodes. But yeah, if you guys are interested in any of the stuff that I talked about earlier, going forward, the Roseville stuff, like I said, should be recorded in a couple weeks and then would be released sometime in the beginning of April or something like that if all goes well. Or I might be able to upload them from my laptop with their internet and everything. I don't know, but sometime in between. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and keep it smooth, keep it flow, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, shalom.